Mokhtar Lamani is a former Arab League ambassador to Syria and a former head of the Office of the UN League of Arab States Joint Special Representative for Syria from September 2012 to May 2014. Good to have you with us. So, Syrian rebel fighters are said to have withdrawn all their heavy weapons from the front lines around Idlib province. That's creating a demilitarized zone there. How significant is that?
Well, we have to see. I'm a little bit not very optimistic just because the conflicting agendas there. It was agreed a long time ago, more than 2 months in Astana, but it couldn't be done just because of Jabhat al-Nusra, Al-Qaeda. They know very well that they cannot be part of any solution of the future of Syria. So they will resist, and the only possibility is to crush them. And we will see in the coming days what's going to happen.
Yeah, and in fact, the second part of the plan calls on radical terror groups, including Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, to withdraw from that demilitarized zone by October the 15th. And I suppose the big question mark is, are they going to comply?
Well, this is what I call Jabhat al-Nusra, because Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, the biggest part of it is Jabhat al-Nusra. It's Al-Qaeda in Syria. And as I mentioned, they know they cannot be part of any solution in Syria, and they are on the list, the UN list of terrorist groups, and they are, everybody is fighting against them. So for them, I can understand that it's like a suicide if they withdraw their weapons, except if they are forced to do so.
Yeah, and President Bashar al-Assad shares that opinion. He says this is just a temporary measure. He and the regime, of course, want Idlib to return to regime control. So, ultimately, do you think a Syrian regime offensive on Idlib is still on the cards?
Well, he will try to do everything possible. He knows, first of all, that he was not part of any of these meetings, agreements, in Sochi or Astana or whatever, and he will try to take an advantage. More than that, the last agreement between Turkey and Russia, even the closest allies to him, Iran, were not part of it. So we will try to play thinking that he can have a military solution. But unfortunately, in the situation in Syria, there are so many foreign forces and Syrian opposition as well as the regime. The future of their country is not in their hand anymore.
Mokhtar Lamani, good to get your analysis there. Thank you very much indeed for joining us.